Hello, good morning. Welcome to Skin in the Game, where I'm going to do something beauty related and tell you what the fuck is going on. Old Pam Bondi. Let's just say that her hearing yesterday did not go well. Not only did Pam Bondi not acknowledge any of the Epstein survivors that were present yesterday, but she also stated that the Trump presidency was the quote, most transparent presidency ever. Personally, I don't know what it's like to lie under oath, but something tells me that perjuring herself is literally the least of her worries at this point. Think of Pam Bondi like this. Pam is to Trump what Ghislaine was to Epstein. This is just your friendly reminder that the only way that the patriarchy can continue to survive is through women who uphold it. Moving right along. The House passed the SAVE Act yesterday, which you may have missed amidst all of the fuckery. Now, the SAVE Act will now go on to the Senate, where they will need 60 votes to pass this. Here's the deal about the SAVE Act. This narrowly passed the House, first of all. It was a 218 to 213 vote in the House. This was mostly a party line vote for Republicans. Some of the key provisions that are within this bill. I can't have crusty lips while I tell you this, that's illegal. This would require U.S. proof of citizenship to vote. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Maggie, why is that such a big deal? This means that in order to vote, you will need something to prove that you are a U.S. citizen, such as a birth certificate or a passport. The issue with this requirement is that this is going to affect many groups of people, let's be clear. People who are already disenfranchised and already have a hard enough time voting. But for the white women who follow me, because there's a lot of you, and because white people only care when it affects them, don't worry, I'm a white person, so I can say that. This is likely going to make it a lot harder for many of you to vote. Do you remember when you maybe got married and changed your last name so it now no longer matches your birth certificate or maybe doesn't match your old passport? Do you remember what a pain in the dick it was to have to go and change your last name in the first place? One of the other key provisions within this bill that I think is maybe the scariest is that this bill would require states to share voter data with the Department of Homeland Security. Now, do you know what's included in voter data? It's more than just your name, your birthday, your address. It also includes things like your gender, usually something like your driver's license number, your social security number, your voting history. And while it doesn't include obviously who you voted for, it does include your registered party affiliation if you've ever chosen one. Something that might be worth considering is asking yourself, well, why would this administration want all of that data about people? I'll let you get back to me on that. Moving right along. A Ukrainian Olympian was disqualified from competition. I'm putting his name here because I'm not even going to try to say it. I'll butcher it. He had artwork on his helmet that paid tribute to Ukrainians who were lost in the war, and the International Olympic Committee said that that violated some rules. On political expression, personally, I think the International Olympic Committee are a bunch of fucking losers. And last but certainly not least, early voting has kicked off for many states. If you're asking yourself, how did we get here? What are some things that I could do? If you're feeling at all helpless, I'm going to tell you that your local elections are the best place to start. Do a little bit of research on who is running for things like school board or city council. Literally just give it a quick little Google. It'll take 5 seconds. If you are somebody who is not, say, politically involved, I'm going to tell you what everybody who is involved in politics is trying to say about these elections. The 2026 primaries could arguably be the most important election of your lifetime. I don't say that as hyperbole. I say that because it's true. These elections are going to dictate so much for not only our generation, but for future generations. And if you are in Illinois, the primaries are happening on March 17th. You want to know what else is on March 17th? A day where everybody gets fucked up. So please, if you have plans for St. Patty's Day, go and vote beforehand. Don't be fucking dumb. Don't sit this election out. That's what losers fucking do. All right, I'll see you next time.